just gotten started. Swiss cheese in a hurry. But those bugs do this kind of stuff right here. And that's why I want to go ahead and get that stuff sawmilled real quickly. Good? Awesome. I can't yet. This is just what I have. I don't know.
It's his trailer, it's his wood. I'm gonna let him guide. And if I tear it up, it'll be his problem on the way home.
I don't cut true 6x or true 2x lumber. I just make it standard so that way if I need to mix my material and some store-bought material, I can. I'll get some 6x, 6x, and maybe some 4/4. This is what happens on pine. Guys, this will happen also on oak. It's not just a pine beetle, okay? Once these trees die, once you cut them, these things go to town in them. You can kind of see the results. Look at them. Yeah, they're everywhere. Do you see that? So these bugs right here, they've just gotten started in the summertime. That's why I've got to get these milled. I've got to get these milled. These will make a log Swiss cheese in a hurry. Guys, our chickens loved these before. Let's go on our deck. Let's show them what these do, what kind of holes they can leave. So this right here is an example of wood I've cut from logs just like that, okay? These are, my cats have been climbing up this too. You can see they've...
Yeah, Gizmo climbed up that.
They climb up it all the time. But you can see these are burned. Now, so I'm building this and I've burned it out of all this material that you see, these trees around here. These bugs right here do this. This is not new damage, this is old damage. This is from when these were still on the log and I let these sit for a long time. These sat for a year on the ground. This happened because of those. Now this is still solid, everybody. These did these. But listen, I still use the material, everybody. It's not hurting this. They're not live anymore. So these right here, guys, I have 2x6s, 2x8s, and then I have my rim joist through here. Everybody, we are in rural Oklahoma. This deck is sturdy. We're not done with it. I'm still building it. So this is how this is constructed if you're curious. But those bugs do this kind of stuff right here. And that's why I want to go ahead and get that stuff sawmilled real quickly. So that way they don't get this bad, this far. Like I said, when I originally cut down all this timber here, I had no clue. I cut all the trees. These logs sat in the ground on the ground for a year. And you could actually hear in the summertime, I thought it was like a frog. Yeah, you could hear them eating. They're like, those mandibles, whatever the heck's on the front of their face are. And I thought it was frogs or something at first. I didn't know. It's loud clicking. That was them munching away on the lumber. Again though, solid. The core is solid. Everything's solid on them. But I just don't want to, if I can, I want to get those logs milled more quickly.
Okay.
What's it looking like?
Okay, it's looking pretty good.
This is how I've loaded all of my logs in the past. Would come out here with the truck. I was in different Tacoma. Same deal though. And I'd do this wherever I was on the property. Oftentimes I had all my logs up there. My process was always, I used my cant hook. All right. For anybody that doesn't know, when you're doing logs, you can hook the chain like this, but it's best to actually just loop around the chain and hook to itself. And the reason why is this creates like a slip fit here. So I'm just gonna hook that up like that. Guys, this is what I did. This was my process. It's gonna be a fight, I promise you. You're gonna have to be careful. It's gonna wanna, and you're gonna wanna turn it away from you. There we go. Yep, that's right. You remember now? Okay, it's gonna be hard right there. We're gonna have to get it up on that that edge there. I'm gonna put a little bit of tension on it.
I'm a little bit stronger now.
You are. There we go. Keep rocking it, because what happens, everybody, is that edges of the log start sticking in the grates. And if you just keep cranking, what happens is it'll just dig down in here. And some of these are some pretty deep divots. And I have used like different layers of wood and different things, but we're not gonna do that today. Anyway, if you wanna know how I did it, this is how I did it. Again from that side. You guys were really young when we were doing this. Watch out on your feet, okay? Okay, now, yep. Okay, good. Perfect. I've done hundreds of logs like this, everybody. Somebody might say, hey, get yourself a tractor. I can't yet. This is just what I have. This is also partially why I haven't been milling a lot, is because it's time consuming. That's just all it's to it. Yesterday I did something kind of cool. I'm kind of exploring some options. I'll flash it up on the screen briefly. You're doing good. There we go. Good job. There we go. Oh gosh. Crank it, crank it, crank it. I'm gonna move. Is it going in between?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Woo!
It's pulling this other log.
There we go. I'm gonna leave that chain on there.
All right, so I've got the Okie Woodsman here with me. He's never ran my mill, so today he's the rookie. It's his trailer, it's his wood. I'm gonna let him guide me. And if I tear it up, it'll be his problem on the way home.
Okay, good, good. Good, awesome, awesome, perfect. Let's go for this one.
Look before I go.
Okay. Okay. There we go, good.
Is how you do it at home?
No.
Not exactly. That's as far as I can go without
Okay.
getting tired.
Awesome. I do this by hand. This is a game changer.
Like an extension of my hand at this point.
You're good at it, man.
These are your hands, though.
Nice.
No ways to die. So I got questions for Joe. He's been doing all the same stuff I do, but he doesn't have any equipment to pick up a log with. Obstacle, obstacle,
Yes.
obstacle, obstacle,
Yes, you do. Yes,
everywhere. And if your grapple is full width, then
Right.
your tines are going to hit everything.
Interesting.
And you're going to scar this.
Yeah.
Pallet forks, if they're set the right width, can go in between.
That's nice.
But you saw it trying to roll off my forks too.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's pros and cons. What do you want to load with? You can put two straps. A strap around here, hook to this, and set it down real nice.
Yeah.
You can use a grapple and come up over and release it down on, but everywhere you take a grapple, those tines are going to hit everything that.
Sure.
But pallet forks are only 2 points of contact to hit something.
Yeah, yeah. If you're new to the whole idea of a sawmill or a homestead, you think that, hey, I'm going to cut this tree down. I want to make use of it, right? You want to be a good steward of the property that you have. So often it makes people sick, the idea of just cutting up some good wood into firewood. However, this is 6 logs. Not consider, a lot of sawmills wouldn't even want to touch this stuff, okay? Like a lot of guys with sawmills, like this is not even worth it to them. You're never gonna make money on saw logs this size because they just don't yield enough wood. They don't yield enough lumber. But to me, they have value because they came off of my property. I want to utilize them and I'm willing to struggle through the process, right? But unless you have a lot of money in equipment too, such as a tractor with a grapple or forks at least at a minimum, you're talking about some effort, okay? And this is just a realistic, it's just showing you how it is. That's what this video is. Now, some of you might say, hey, Joe, or hey, Okie Woodsman's dumb. He doesn't do it this way. He doesn't do it that way. I might be missing something. But I don't have a bunch of excess metal laying around. I don't have a welder. I don't have a tractor. And I don't have a bunch of money to just go and buy what I need to make my life easier. So what this is showing is that, yes, you can do it. I have this trailer. I own this outright. You know, I bought this a few years back because I needed it. I transported a lot of logs on this. This thing has primarily moved logs. That ratcheting winch, that crank winch, that came from Harbor Freight, and that has winched up numerous logs. You'll also see people turn up their nose at milling pine because it's not oak, right? It's not walnut, it's not hickory. Well, the reality is if these were oak logs, guys, I wouldn't even attempted this. These were so heavy and difficult with the terrain, with the tools I have. If these were oak, I don't know what percentage. I'll maybe try to figure out the difference in weight. I'll flash it up on screen, but I'll just come up with like a 12-inch diameter log by 10 foot long. Okay, we'll just assume 12 inches on both sides, 10 foot long, and I'll pick like white oak, and they don't ever have short leaf pine, but I'll put like loblolly on there or something. And what I'll do is I'll find out the difference in the weight. And I'm telling you, it's significant. These are heavy too. If you look, the rings are tight on these things, everybody. They're beautiful trees. This makes beautiful lumber. Beautiful, just beautiful lumber. It really does. I'm going to cut 6x out of these. I'm waiting to cut any more pines down. And the reason why I'm waiting to cut any more pines down is I have more to go, but I don't want to cut any more trees if I don't have to until I have my sawmill ready. Because if I had my sawmill ready, what I would have done is I would have drug these up in 25-foot logs. I would have hooked a chain on them and drug them up to my sawmill because I'm planning on putting it up there. I would have just drug them up there, bucked them, and rolled them up onto the mill, okay? So anyway, guys, this is just to show an example of how you can do it, how you can log with what you got. So Okie Woodsman here. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. And there we go. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Thank you, bud.
We are back.
If you want to, you can, I don't know if you're dirty or not, but you...
I'm dirty.
Dirty? All right. Go do what you want to do. Thank you, buddy.